Good evening, everybody. Happy Thursday, and more importantly, Merry Christmas. Alright, since Christmas is on a Thursday today, that means we're doing Throwdown Thursday, Holiday Edition. Now, to those of you who might be new here, every Thursday I step into the arena with some glorious Armored Core 6 PvP. I call it Throwdown Thursday. Now, I am gonna do some ranked here as a bit of an a de-icer to defrost. You know, kind of warm up a little bit, that way I'm not as rusty when we go at it. Welcome, D-Cross, you are just in time. I know today is a much later start than normal, but I had a wonderful Christmas with my family. Opened our presents, sat down, got some nice stuff out of it. All in all, it was really nice. So I'm in a good mood. Merry Christmas to you too, buddy. How's your Christmas been so far? Did you spend Christmas with your family too? Have a good time. RJ Zimblade. Alright, RJ Zimblade. Yeah, no surprise I'd be seeing one of these in the wake of the rank reset. Merry Christmas, and yes, awesome! In the end, that's what really matters for Christmas. You have a good time with your family, your friends, your loved ones. Okay, I'm not beating an RJ dual Zim. Yeah. Unless I, boom, get creative. Alright, now, of course, today we are going to do something a little different. Last Throwdown Thursday, we were getting to talking about the possibility of doing a teams-based customs, and with a melee focus, like a melee teams session. And counter. Nice attempt. If they wanted to get really tanky with it, they would have ditched the Mind Beta in favor of Spring Chicken. Let's see, Basho Arms for the Pulse Blade, that makes sense. So they're going a lot of all Mind stuff. Mind Beta Head, Mind Alpha Core, Mind Beta Legs. Flugel, Ocellus, Santai, Pulse Armor, yeah. Looks about right for a Zimblade. Alright, we've got Ant Lion. I see missiles. So it's a missile wheelchair. Ah, I know it's not, well, but I found a vid that... well, hey man, if you need to look up a vid on some good advice on how to beat Balteus, don't be afraid to do that. Yeah, the wheelchair's already sped off. And dagger, 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 you're dead. Yeah, I mean, you gotta be willing to try new stuff. But if you want, I could show you how quickly I can beat Balteus. Maybe that'll give you some hope that Balteus is most definitely killable. And it's pretty damn easy if you're running a... Well, technically I'm running an endgame build, so this is basically me going after Balteus and bullying it. And there's that linear rifle, and yeah. And AA! Yeah, I'll show you how quickly I can smoke Balteus, and Sula for that matter, but the chests are just scattered throughout the levels. You'll know them when you see them. Sometimes you might have to look up a vid on all the chest locations in Armored Core to find the parts. Alright, but you want... Alright, so I'll show you what I can do to Balteus. Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna show you just how badly Balteus is about to get stomped on.
Be ready for anything.
Yep. OS chips are OP. Heh, Mua Mua 101, yep. OS tuning. OS tuning is key. How are you doing?
Don't worry.
But yeah. How are you doing? Alright, let's do this. Alright, D-Cross, this is for you. I'm gonna show you just how easily a double melee build can clear this. Boom!
Requesting backup. I can't get through to HQ. Cavalry isn't coming. Wipe them out, 621.
Alright, it sucks. Yeah. Well, I mean, Christmas will be around next year, but... Alright, well, happy anniversary to them. Alright, here we go.
Where did that AC come from? What happened to the patrol squad?
Code 1-8. All units deploy for
Target sighted, slide on in, and hack and slash.
Keep moving or they'll shoot you down.
You're gone. Ow. Getting close.
We've taken critical damage.
And you're dead too.
Updating your marker data. Proceed in the direction indicated.
Alright. Have fun. Hey, welcome, Dark Elf. Merry Christmas to you. We are doing some Armored Core 6. I'm showing one of my buddies here how one of my builds gets through a mission that they're struggling with. Alright, so we're already at the mid-boss, Sula. Look at him, look at this guy. Sula is about to get completely curb-stomped, chat. And going for the kick, disrespect, and you're dead. And, well, we're currently attacking a watch point as part of a mission. And, well, we just took out Sula. But the real boss is up ahead. Balteus.
Back to work. Penetrate the control center and destroy.
And this is the boss that my buddy here is currently struggling against. But I'm gonna try and give him some hope by showing him just how fast... Yeah. Yeah. Took me a bit to realize that. Yeah. As a monster hunter, Balteus is pretty fun.
There. Destroy the device in the center.
And fire that coral laser right up. And boom. It's over. Alright, so we skip. Well, actually, because, yeah, let's go and fight Balteus. There's Balteus!
I've looked into the enemy craft. It's an autonomous PCA craft, Balteus. You'll have to break its pulse armor down. Now's your chance, Raven. The waves are intensifying. Raven, get clear.
You're not escaping me.
Picking up a massive heat signature. Evasive action, Raven.
No, you don't.
The enemy can't take much more.
And disrespect. You're dead. Ha! Woo! That was for my buddy.
Enemy systems down. It's silent.
And now, slow walk to Aura Farm, it's over. Yeah!
Raven. You need...
And S-Rank, baby. I am happy. So, what'd you think? I know you just commented, wow. But what do you think? Was I able to inspire you? Give you some hope that it can be done and Balteus can be crushed pretty easily with an overpowered double melee build? Hold on. Let's do it one more time with the pointy meme stick of death. Just because. You can just walk away from missiles, they're not fast. Yeah, but melee canceling. Oh. The melee cancel just has so much more aura. And Merry Christmas to Colton Gaming TV. Guys, check out Colton Gaming. He's actually live over on Twitch, and he even has his own YouTube. So check him out, man. Check him out. Let me give you a good old shout out, Colton. Merry Christmas. There's his Twitch. Check him out. Show him some love and support. He's a fellow Raven on the PC end. Yeah, that was good. You have something that you think could work? Alright. So, we're gonna do this one last time with the pointy meme stick of death. For the sake of the memes. Bonk.
Just one AC. Who are they with?
Bonk.
Look into that laser.
It's over.
Code 78, requesting backup. I can't get through to HQ.
And debunk.
Isn't coming. Wipe them out, 621.
Coral Blade. Hey, well, my build's kind of a medium weight. And the parts that you have now are kind of limited. This is where kind of when the big parts of Armored Core come in. You've got to mess around with your build, lab it.
Confirmed. Enemy squad destroyed.
You gotta mess around with your build, buddy. Mess around with it, try different parts, see what works and what doesn't.
Where did that AC come from? What happened to the patrol squad?
Code 1A. All units...
And charged oscillator. Let him know who's boss.
Close to snipers from all corners. Keep moving with
And bunk. Right. And let's see. Bunk. I will bunk everything.
updating your marker data. Proceed in the direction indicated.
Alright, we're about to debunk Sula.
See that? That's the Watchpoint's control center. The target's inside. Make your way in.
Debunk the Sula. There's Sula. He's trying to aura farm.
Attacking a watch
Yeah.
point. You're
All right.
a incorrigible handler, Walter.
And there's Sula.
How many of your dogs must I kill?
Is that
Alright, Sula, you're getting divided by 0, buddy.
I really do. You may have survived a little longer. If only you had a different master.
C1249? Sula.
Hold on.
He's an independent mercenary.
There's a specific way I want to do this. And I just missed with my raw bunk. Great.
Kill him before he kills you.
AP at 30%.
We're 619 and 620.
Bunk. There you go. There's the raw bunk.
Stay away.
A little sloppy, but he got bunked.
Confirmed. Enemy AC destroyed. Forget about
Pointy
it.
meme stick of death.
You did good today. Back to work.
I have pile bunker.
Control center and destroy the target.
I have the pile bunker. We love the pile bunker here, chat. We love the pile bunker. Now, we fly down this way. Disengage, and here you go.
Destroy the device in the center.
And bunk! Oh. Well, that was underwhelming. Hold on. There you go. There's the bunk. Alright, it's exposed. Let's do it again. Bunk. So how's everybody doing? Dark Elf, Mua Mua, and Colton. You guys having a good holiday so far? Merry Christmas to you guys.
We're done here. Head back to base. Wait, no. 61.
Right.
Get out of
So,
there.
we are gonna skip cutscene.
System reactivating combat mode.
Awesome!
Moved into the enemy craft. It's an autonomous PCA craft.
Alright, we going with the punch.
Yes.
Alright, good to hear, Colton, that you're having a good Christmas. And I just missed my raw bunk, again. It's kind of like the Great Sword from Monster Hunter, the Pile Bunker. It's a lot like Great Sword. It will whiff easily when you charge. But if it manages to hit, it's a funny meme weapon, and boom, it can do a lot of damage.
The waves are intensifying. Raven, get clear.
Bonk. And debunk.
Enemy can't
Look at that, the raw bunk got him. Raw bunk. We got him with the pointy meme stick of death.
enemy systems.
Yeah,
It's silent.
remember to melee cancel. If you're running Pulse Blade still, do not hesitate to melee cancel. Alright, that's done. Now, we're going to go back into ranked, we're going to do a couple more single matches, and then we do the melee team matches. Melee cancel, you just quick boost while you're running your melee weapon. I'll have to give you an in-depth... Well, actually, I can give you an on-site. 2 rifles, 2 missiles. Why does this feel like a... What was the build called? I think it was called Sandal Dance, used by Gekiro. That's what it... Okay. I don't know. But yeah, most melee weapons let you go forward, but if you quick boost out of it, you're canceling your melee attack before you fully commit to it. And you're also keeping your momentum. And look at that, the bunk got him. Tears. And there you go, took him out. Alright, if you want, I can give you an actual demonstration of melee canceling.
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
It's an elevator kite. This definitely feels like Sandal Dance. And there's the raw bunk. Run away, and let's see. Go back. And zim. And aura farm. Gotta farm that aura. Oh god, it looks like... Okay, it looks like they just got into A. Dual Harrises, dual missiles, Grid Walker. I don't know. But this is... Okay, I don't think it's a true Sandal Dance, but it's definitely a vert kite. It's an elevator kite by the feel of it. This Grid Walker, okay. Yeah, they were definitely elevatoring, so they were trying to be an elevator kite. Alright, so Decross. You have a custom emblem, awesome. Alright, so, I know I did a proper video where I did showcase melee canceling a bit, but just for you, I am going to show you what melee canceling looks like. So, I assume you haven't messed around with your button settings on your controller. I assume your controls are set to their default. I'm going to make that assumption. We are going to spawn one enemy. We're going to lock onto it. So you use your melee weapon, and most melee weapons will, as they're being used, will propel you forward. But you press the square button to quick boost out of it. You're canceling your melee attack before fully committing to it, and you're keeping the momentum. This is a bread and butter movement tech for any double melee player. This is a key part of our toolkit. Now, some melee weapon attacks cannot be melee cancelled. Neutral Oscillator you can definitely cancel. Neutral Bunk you can cancel. Charged Bunk you can melee cancel with Charged Bunk, but Charged Oscillator you cannot. Alright, so it's... okay, so good. Okay, so I actually can kind of melee cancel with Charged Oscillator, but... okay, so it works as a fake out. Alright, so it's a fake out. Got it. Of course, the Stun Baton, you can melee cancel with that. You can melee cancel out of both the charged and neutral. But yeah. Dagger, it's another good one. Boom, look at that. And it's got good recharge time, so you can quickly dagger combo again. Aussie dagger combo is pretty good. One of my pals, Ronan, gave me a build that uses Aussie dagger. And it is a monster. But yeah. That's basically all you need to know. Melee canceling is a good movement tech for melee builds because you're basically slingshotting yourself towards your target. And you can even combo it into neutral movement. I've even heard that it's possible to melee cancel to assault boost. That you can do assault boost melee cancels. So we are going to go back into enemy settings. And we are going to actually lab this. Okay, hold on, I think I did it right. Okay. Okay, so I kind of melee canceled by assault boosting. Okay, that kind of feels like melee as assault boost melee cancel. So yeah, melee canceling, as we're seeing, is incredibly versatile. You can assault boost melee cancel. You can... what? I don't understand. I don't understand. Could you maybe type it again? Excuse me. Does spider type something? Just started a game? The tetrapod legs? You mean stuff like the Varel, the 424, and Lamb? I'd say check your shop. You might be able to there could be a pair up for purchase. If not, there... hold on. Ah! Okay. I actually... okay, there we go. Thank you. Alright, so that's destroy Ice Worm. And what about you? Wall Climber. Okay, that's Wall Climber. So that one could work. Attack Old Spaceport. Well, that's not it. Okay, no, you can't get the legs at the start of the game. It turns out that you can get one tetrapod leg model if you... Alright. So you're at Attack the Watch Point. So I'm guessing you've done Operation Wall Climber. In which case, you should be able to get the VP424 tetrapod legs. Okay, then these things should be available for purchase. No. No, it's okay. Take this with a grain of salt because it's on the Armored Core fandom wiki and anybody could edit it, but they say that the VP424 becomes available in the parts shop after completing mission Operation Wall Climber. Yeah. So your best bet is to just check your parts shop if it's there. If what they're saying is true, it should be there. Alright. Let's actually get down to it. Delta B. Blade. Alright, here we go. Alright. Now that the warm-up's done, we've got a room here. Alright. Yeah. Merry Christmas! Welcome, Titanic, 1015. You know what? Merry Chrysler. Merry Christmas to you, too. And good evening. Just set up a Teams-based room on the PSN side, because last week, some of the squad was talking about wanting to possibly do a melee Teams match. Santa left the present delivery light on purpose this year. Well, oh man. Mainly because I told him I'm moving. Alright, well, where are you moving to? Florida to be with the cousins as they grow up. Alright, staying with your cousins as they grow up, that's nice. Alright, so tomorrow you're changing your PFP and your Hunter armor color, alright. And to be closer to Disney, alright. Well, hopefully the move works out for you. I am gonna be vibing. Alright, so if anybody wants to join in... moving as soon as little bro graduates from high school in June. Alright. Yeah, I graduated years ago. So I'm in my adulting life. And my adulting life is me doing YouTube. Yep, that's my adulting life right now. Originally, this YouTube channel here used to be nothing more than a VOD export, highlight export, and clip export place for my Twitch channel. But let's just say things didn't work out too well with my Twitch channel, so I'm over here on YouTube now full time. Class of 2020, yet it increasingly feels like I took one of the last copters out of Nam. Oh, damn. Increasingly feels like it. Damn, man. Man, hopefully things get better for you. Hang in there. Glad I got out before it got worse. Yeah, I know what you mean, man. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah. Yes, I do, Recusant Bonjo. I am a PlayStation Network Raven. And a double melee freak. How are you doing? Merry Christmas. But on the bright side, you get to try as much food, drink, and alcohol as you want. Yep. I run an Armored Core group chat. I'm gonna send buddies over right now. Thank you, man. Thank you. Merry Christmas, A-Smash8927. Merry Christmas. Yeah, Merry Christmas to everybody. Got some new people tonight. Thank you all so much for stopping by. Hey man, it's my pleasure. Thank you guys for stopping in. As a small channel, I don't really get a lot of action, you know. And over on Twitch, that was doubly so. If you were a small channel on Twitch, the algorithm there made sure you stayed small and invisible. I have the game on Steam and PlayStation 5, but since my uncle's PlayStation 5 is in Florida, I won't be able to play it, lol. Sorry to hear that, Titanic. I'm a sub, I also make Armored Core content. I'm actually a bit of a variety channel myself. Thanks, man. Yeah, my favorite FromSoft series as well. Armored Core is awesome. This is the first and only Armored Core game that I have, but... oh, lovely. I only have a PlayStation free, so at least I have Armored Core 4. There you go. Always look at the bright side. But yeah, I'm something of a variety channel. First day here is my Armored Core PvP days. I call it Throwdown First Day, I do ranked PvP, and yeah, a lot of times I actually do open up a lobby and let my viewers have at me. On Fridays, I do Final Fantasy. Currently doing Final Fantasy X. To be honest, I became a Raven when AC6 first got announced way back in 2022. Well, that's pretty cool. But yeah, since you guys, we've got some new people here. Hey, Comet! Merry Christmas. Yo, what's up? I won't be able to join tonight, unfortunately. It's alright, Comet. Merry Christmas to you. My Christmas went pretty well. Had some nice quality time with family. Had a wonderful time. And hey, man, there's always next week, so don't feel too bad about it. Final Fantasy X was a great game, too. Yes. Join on in, Rekus and Bonjo. We're doing a team session this time. And once I beat 10, I'll be moving on to 10, too. On Saturdays, I've been doing a lot of Monster Hunter Wilds. On Tuesday and Wednesday are my definitive wild card games, but I've actually been going through .hack GU. I beat Volume 1 a couple weeks ago. We're blazing through Volume 2 now. Then we'll be doing Volume 3 and Volume 4. But since we've got some new folks here, it's time for me to dump my channel history on you guys. Alright, although I have no 9-ball from the first gen via an obscure FromSoft crossover title named Another Century's Episode. I've heard about 9-ball too. Alright, channel history. So, about 2 years ago, because we're getting closer to the 2-year mark that I've been doing all of this, I first started out on Twitch, because as an adult I do need a way to make a living, and I figured, why not make a living playing video games, doing what I love, live streaming over on Twitch. Sounds pretty simple and awesome, right? Ooh, boy, was it harder than I thought. Yeah, it is an open lobby. The code is... there is a keyword. Check the pinned chat. Check the pinned message in chat. The keyword is Blade. But yeah, so I quickly discovered the painful reality of what it really means to be a small channel over on Twitch. Basically, how the Twitch algorithm works is you're streaming a category, a game, or maybe you're watching a category, a game. Each game is a category. So Armored Core 6, for example. You open up Armored Core 6 to look at who's streaming it, and the channel with the biggest viewer base that's currently streaming will be right at the tippy top, whilst the channels that have smaller viewers or no viewers at all are going to be at the rock bottom. And the more saturated a game is, the worse it's going to be. Alright, we've got Bonjo, AC a Shrieker. Welcome, welcome. Nice to meet you, man. Been using YouTube ever since it first became a thing, although during that time I was sharing my mother's account, yeah. So I spent a whole ass year grinding, getting 50 followers on Twitch, but my real struggle was trying to get the free average viewers in the same 30-day period to try and get to affiliate. And affiliate is where you can finally start getting ad revenue and try to get a kind of paycheck from Twitch. Here's the thing. You gotta be able to reach a $50 minimum payout in order to even get paid. So I reached affiliate after a long struggle, but 6 months after, half a year, I was streaming. And because I was a small channel, I wasn't getting a lot of viewership still. So I was barely getting any money at all. In 6 months, I never once hit the $50 minimum payout. Not once. Now, around the same time I created my Twitch, I created a YouTube, this channel that you're watching right now, immediately after. And this channel originally was nothing more than a dumping ground for my clips, my VODs, my highlights from Twitch. To try and promote my Twitch channel. Get people to come over there. What I didn't count on was that my YouTube would blow up and gain subscribers and viewers faster than my Twitch. I was not counting on this. So, I kept going. I even put out pre-recorded gameplay. Sure, I'm not getting a lot of stellar reviews, but people were showing more. But, okay, the fact was not changed. People were showing definitively more interest in my YouTube than my Twitch. And the cool thing is that I'm not limited to just doing live streams. I can make pre-recorded content. I can make posts. Okay, so not a lot of people are showing up right now, so how about we change... Oh. So we can't change from a... Oh. Okay, so we can't change from teams to single without disbanding the whole room. Well, that's great. I wish I knew that sooner. Yeah, alright. Alright, let's try this again. Single, blade. It's gonna be the same keyword as before, blade. But I like having a password. And besides, there could be... We're not doing teams decross, no, but not enough people are showing up. And besides, if I, do it without the lobby, there could be randos popping in who aren't actually watching, so I don't want that. I want this to be a little more contained, a little more intimate with you guys, so that's why I have the room code in. It's gonna stay Blade. That way I know that I'm actually getting my actual viewers in here with me doing this. It builds a better sense of community, you know? I will thank you for understanding that in advance. My first ever video on YouTube was an ancient Titanic tribute using a simple Lego Titanic I built from what Lego pieces I had available. That's impressive. Kinda bummed I'm missing this one. I was looking forward to the melee teams. Well, comment we can do melee teams next week. But what does the mean? I don't understand. Skynet Zealot. Ooh, that's a good one. Alright, so... But yeah, after that 6 months of never hitting the payout requirement even once, I said to hell with Twitch. To hell with being a small Twitch channel that's gonna be oppressed by the algorithm into staying small and invisible forever. Because being a small channel on Twitch was hell. You're gonna stay small and invisible, because the algorithm hates small channels. In my experience, at least. Oh, teams, it's a different matchmaking system. You have two match formats. You have singles, which is 1v1, and then you have teams, which is free versus free. Kind of like your Overwatch, where it was a team shooter. It was set to a popular Miku's song, since small me wanted to fuse the two hyperfixations. Oh, trust me, I know what it's like to fuse more than one hyperfixation. I'm a multi-fandom guy myself. And boom. But yeah. So yeah, I was getting more engagement here than I ever saw on Twitch. But yeah, I'm a variety channel. I do more than just Armored Core. I do Final Fantasy, I do Monster Hunter. And the cool thing is that I've even dabbled in making animations in Blender. So yeah, there's that. let's see, I've done Final Fantasy 16. I've done Nier Automata. I've done Devil May Cry 5. I've put Assassin's Creed Shadows on the sideline for a bit. I'll be picking that up later, though. Let's see. Did Resident Evil Village and Dead Space back in October for spooky season, so that's done. You juggle between at least 2 to 3 hyperfixations. Oh! Well, comment. Animating in Blender is actually pretty simple. It's kind of like playing with virtual dolls. So you have your rig. You need to click on the actual bone for your rig, for your model, and you need to enter something called pose mode. Now, you want to set a rest pose. And so the rest pose is how your model is going to start. It's going to be the pose it's in when your animation starts. And then, as you animate out, you're going to want to move it here and there, like maybe an arm. But for each part you move, you're going to want to make different keyframes further along your timeline at the bottom. That way, it registers. And then you can render it out as an animation later when you've got something you're happy with. Red Sun, huh? Red Sun over Paradise, oh my god. Yes. I used to create Miku Miku dance vids, which is something similar to Blender, but it's much similar. Yes, MMD, that's another one. There's also SFM, Source Filmmaker, and Prisma 3D. But I run Blender myself. Boom! Let's see, whatever games have I done? Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. I actually did a modded playthrough of that, and it was pretty fun. Let's see. I did mention Devil May Cry 5, but back on Twitch I was doing a playthrough on Dante Must Die difficulty. Should probably pick that up. Link with Skulltula, a resident Legend of Zelda fan. Let's do it. I've done older Monster Hunter games like Monster Hunter World, and Monster Hunter Rise. Thanks for the tip, and also respect to the guy with the coral shield. Hardly ever see those. Yeah! Can only do a few rounds, so thanks for stopping by anyway. I've done Final Fantasy VIII. Final Fantasy VII Remake, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, did them, they're good. But that was all back over on Twitch. Nowadays, I use a combo of old-school incorrect quotes generator and a VN dialogue sandbox website called Sakai Stories to play dolls with PNGs. Heh. Yeah, I'm still sticking with Blender, because I've got some serious ambition that I want to do. Some storytelling, a few skits here and there, a lot of storytelling. There's a lot I want to do. Boom, boom. Let's see, the whole Kingdom Hearts series is going to be confirmed later, but that's going to be done after .hack. You also use Photopea to create the PNG sprites of characters from different hyperfixations. I try to find models of the actual characters. Let's see. Models that I have. From Nier Automata, I've got 2B, I've got 9S, I've got A2, I've got Pod 042 and Pod 153. I've got Adam and Eve, I've got Pascal, Devila and Popola. We've got Commander White, we've got Anemone, we've got Jackass. We've got some of the bosses like Angles and Simone and Grun. A lot of the machine life form models. We've got some of the weapons like Virtuous Contract, Virtuous Treaty, Beast Lord, Type 4-0 Sword, Type 4-0 Blade, Cruel Oath, Type 4-0 Fists. Very good. Kingdom Hearts, you'll see it later. You like to call these in-vision quotes because you can pin names to faces a lot easier. And of course. So that's Nier Automata's models done. Monster Hunter, I've got Elatrion, I've got Fatalis, I've found Glavenus. Let's see. For Devil May Cry, I've got Dante, I've got Virgil, I've got Nero, so they're accounted for. And yes, they're weapons, so that means Devil Sword Dante, Red Queen, the Yamato. I even found a model of Ebony and Ivory for Dante, and Blue Rose for Nero, so that's even better. Usual duos between Medarot and Armored Core characters, but I can always include some others from other hyperfixations as they come and go. Yeah, I'm gonna have a few consistent characters that are gonna stick around for a long time. Let's see. I even have a few Armored Core models. Like, I've got the Ashmead Pile Bunker. I've got Snail, V2 Snail. I've got Walter. I've got All Mind. So yeah, I've got a few Armored Core models myself. Making in-vision quotes is too much fun, yeah. Let's see, what other characters and models do I have? Oh, damn! Siege just got obliterated by Che. Let's see, I've got some Final Fantasy characters. So I've got Cloud, I've got Titus, I've got Sephiroth, I've got the Engine Blade weapon from Final Fantasy 15, I've got the Buster Sword, I've got a Tonberry, I have Vice from Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, so I've got him. I found a model of Yuffie. Yeah. Camera filters and effects. Well, in Blender you can make your own VFX too, so there's that. And you can even mess around with the camera. Well, not really camera filters, but you can mess around with the contrast. You can use the compositor to make your renders look even more gorgeous. So Blender does some stuff too. Alright, we're in a tiebreaker. Alright. Speaking of merging hyperfixations, let me show you this. Hold on, where is it? Ah, there's the bunk. There we go. This one's... Alright, there we go. This one's nice. So I actually did put a Blender animation that features the Pile Bunker. And the Pile Bunker was actually put on the arm of one of the characters from Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. And I think it turned out pretty well. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the explosion simulator in Blender just right with the smoke and fire, so I had to remove it. But it's just a charged bunk motion, and as basic as it is, it turned out pretty good. So here's a link to it. Give it a watch. It's incredibly basic. Yep, you remember that one, D-Cross. You remember that one. But yeah, for those of you who are new here, it's one of my projects. It was a simple little test to try and get audio sync with actual movement, and for what it was, it actually turned out pretty well. Basic as hell, but it worked. Yeah, nice. Thank you. Twice born warlord. Thank you. Yeah. And I discovered that I could color the pile bunker, so I made it green. Yeah. Yeah, simple yet effective. Thanks, Titanic. Yeah, simple yet effective. And in the future, I do want to make a remastered version that actually includes the big-ass explosion that we see from the charged pile bunker. You can't believe how disappointed I was when the smoke and fire simulation for the explosion was botched. And it was just a big smoky black cube in the domain. I was disappointed. Because my ambition was, and still is, sky high. It's this is how I want this project to work. It needs to work. If nothing else will work. So I had to accept that this is still just a test. I need to calm down and accept that it's not going to be perfect yet. That I still need to practice a lot more. So there it is. That's basically a proof of concept at this point. You know what's crazy is when you realize how big AC6 is, so that explosion from the pile bunker would vaporize Roxy. Maybe. Yeah, but I scaled everything down so it's her size, so she could safely use it. Or maybe she got scaled up to the pile bunker size. We'll never know. But for her, it's safe to use. And who knows, she might even bust it out against Snail. Wouldn't that be a treat? Because I do have a model of Snail, and I did even find over on Open3D Lab a model of the Balteus model Snail commandeered. Yep, Snail-Teus. And I did, over on Voice Mod, I actually found the actual sound file of Snail's scream that he does when you kill him in that mission. Not the, no, I am Arcubus. One last plan. No, it's just a scream. The, Oh, I just completely overshot. Damn, Siege. You're not letting me have... You're having none of this. You're basically saying, no, be gone. Then you can animate. You have a lot of good ideas, and hopefully you can use a mocap suit. I'm not sure how mocap suits would work with Blender, but I try and do it all by hand as much as possible. Can't find a transparent PNG of Tan to make sprites out of, so I repurposed a lightning stag from Medarot Navi into Tan's Metabot form. Alright, pretty cool. But yes, I've been very busy. And since I do have a model of Handler Walter, specifically his bright red stylish AC, he too will be featured. In which case, you know what he's gonna say. He's gonna say the thing. Got a job for you, 621. I can't do his voice. No. Got a job for you, 621. I'm gonna keep trying. Okay, actually hearing that on stream, I think I got a little closer on that one. Other Final Fantasy models. I have Omega from Final Fantasy XIV, which made an appearance in Monster Hunter Wilds. Yes, they sent Omega to Monster Hunter Wilds, and it's a war zone. I also have Ruby Weapon from Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. I'm getting kited hard. Damn. Before I discovered Sakai's stories, I had to scour the entirety of YouTube for Metarot-esque story mode vids to make screenshots of the dialogue box and edit it accordingly. Damn, dude, that is crazy. Got 2 small stick figure animations. Hey man, that's still pretty good. Streamlines the process tenfold. Yeah, I'm getting kited. I cannot catch the kites. But yeah, and it turns out you can even keyframe emissions in Blender so you can make an object glow and then have it not glow. So this means for one of the characters that I'm working with, A2, I could actually recreate her Berserker mode, where her entire body glows this superheated red. Team deathmatch. Well, we still don't have enough people to do teams, Banjo. There's only 3 of us right now. All right. Yep, you do need 6 because it's free versus free. That is correct. Now, of course, for Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach models, you've all seen that I do have Roxy as one of my models, and I do have Gregory. So there. Let's see. Other models that I've got... Oh, that's right. I do have Genesis from Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII. So I have him. The wacky woohoo loveless guy. And I even have a map model from the Nibelheim Maka reactor. So there's that. That means Sephiroth. Oh, definitely Sephiroth. Damn, LRB and Wooger, Siege, you are just hard countering me left and right. Damn. Take it easy on me. It's pretty active right now on the open lobbies. Yeah. Alright, I know open lobbies, but again, I want to keep this keyword up so I know that so I get my viewers. Because I want to match with my viewers, not because anybody can tag in if I don't have this keyword, which means we could get completely random people who may not even be watching the stream. So, again, that's why I want to have this keyword, so I know that I'm doing this with you guys. It will feel a little more contained, a little more intimate, and build the community a little bit more. Alright, tiebreaker. Welcome back. Hey, chat's actually pretty active tonight, so thank you all so much. And Merry Christmas to you all. Thank you all. But yeah. Let's see, other models I've got. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Yep. Damn, Siege, you might need to put that monster away. Put a leash on that thing. Damn. Put a tight leash on that thing. Lock it away. Lock it away so it will never see the light of day again. That thing is a monster. Yeah, that is a monster. 20C, okay. And it's got a frame similar to Toku Robo, but it doesn't have the standardized shield. But damn, man. That thing is a monster, Siege. You might want to put that monster away. All right, me and Shay this time. Let's see. Yeah. In coloring this, I have to understand and do right. Well, what do you mean coloring? Like coloring the parts of your AC? Well, it's all perfectly optional. It's just the color scheme here that I've got and that Shay have, it's all just a cosmetic thing. It's perfectly optional. But it's nice because we love to do a little something called fashion core, where we pretty up our armored cores and make them have the best drip as we can possibly bestow upon them. It's not too hard. Damn, those dual Woogers. Damn, not showing me any mercy. What's a melee guy like me to do? Except die and get hard countered. You have 2 cosplay builds, despite never played yourself. Okay. I know I'm a melee guy, but I might have to bust out one of my cosplays. That Wooger, those dual Woogers are excessive. Overkill. One Wooger's enough to counter a melee. Damn, you're not letting me do anything. Now I feel like shit. I barely got a chance to do anything to you, Che. Go easy on me. Go easy on me if you would. Alright, I'm gonna have to bust out the build. Alright, busting out Emerald weapon from Final Fantasy. Here it is. 10 soon. My crappy skills with aiming is super crap, so watch others play as if it's like a show or an anime instead. Well, I hope you enjoyed the show despite my own suboptimal skill. I am more used to how you color in Monster Hunter and other games that do the same. It's kind of similar in all honesty. You color the parts similar. There's still a color slider, but there's more depth here in Armored Core because you can change your material settings. You can make it a little more glossy. You can make it a little more matte. You can make it a little more metallic. You can add weathering to it. Like, you've got quite a bit of depth. Alright, so we've got Siege and Shay again. Alright, but now I've got this. I actually made a video on Emerald Weapon here. It's an older video on my channel, but this is essentially Emerald Weapon from Final Fantasy XIV. You can come up with some pretty cursed stuff. Ooh, damn. Currently in my right earbud here, I am listening to the stream for you guys. I'm currently listening to your stream now, but I've also got Spotify open, and I've got Emerald Weapons Battle Theme playing right now in Spotify. The Black Wolf stalks again. And as for the drip contest, the decals and painting, yeah, I know about it. I've heard of it. I've seen some of the vids on YouTube. So comment, I know exactly what you're talking about. Like, for instance, Cross Messiah Metarot S cosplay build when? Have you, Titanic? I think you might want to talk to a specific YouTuber about that. Have you considered talking to Armored Core YouTuber DSA Boss about that? Because he does a lot of cosplay builds. There's already one for Metabee and Rokusho, but where's the boy? But yeah, that is a good question. Alright, I'm gonna show you guys Emerald Weapon, and it's a monster. Even though I already have a video on this channel. It was hard to get my AC to look like how I wanted it. Yeah, it is kind of crazy with the customization. Alright. Slick back. Siege! Isn't that your double melee build? In which case, I apologize for what I'm about to do to you. Although this could be considered retribution for how quickly you trashed one of mine. Let the retribution commence. I have a chance at retribution. I shall take it. Emerald Weapon. Crush them! I mean, it kind of looks like Emerald Weapon, doesn't it? Lance Oscillator, Ben Ludlow. Full boss show frame by the looks of it, by the way. Awesome choice. Based choice. Here it comes. Here it is. It's Emerald Weapon. It came right out of Final Fantasy. foolishness! I have pulsar. But it looks like nice. The weapons, I just used one of the recolored thing on them. I have an image of the build in my head and some basic part kit bash and replicate it through text. Oh, of the passer swap. Yep. And get in there. Yep, it's the laser swap. An emerald weapon destroys. I'm thinking Alba for the head and chest. Alright. The emerald weapon has won. Alright, that's emerald weapon for you guys. Now, I also do have my own... It's a little outdated, but I actually... there's Wasp. I have a BVO build, too. An actual BVO. I know. A BVO in late 2025. After the Vientos got nerfed into the ground, am I insane? Am I okay? It's a little harder for Cross Messiah as he's a fusion of both Metabi and Rokusho attributes, so he's both melee and ranged. Welcome to the club. But yeah, I even did a video on this BVO. And this BVO, the vid for it is my 5th most popular video, and one of the few vids I've done to ever go up past 1,000 views. Welcome to the club. Alright, well here's my BVO. I hope you guys enjoy it. Don't hold your breath, especially since the Vientos got nerfed into the ground. I remember they got nerfed into the ground. Damn, I'm losing a stagger race. Ugh. Yeah! So as you can see, I'd like to think I am somewhat competent with BVO. Damn, Dagger AA kill confirm. Yeah, that kind of feels like a standard toolkit. Dagger AA kill confirm. I do run Dagger with AA, and it is pretty good on a double melee. Yeah. Bait out the AA, and here we go. Well, damn. You were a lot more evasive than me. Alright, so I'm still not that good with Bevo. Clearly. Damn, Che. Have you ever thought about going into S rank, Che? I think you got the talent to do it. I think you got some talent. You could probably go to S rank. Alright. Asa Dagger, my beloved. Like, that is some serious talent you have, Che. You could definitely make the push into S rank if you wanted to. I mean it, man. You got some serious talent. I thought I was half decent with Bevo, but you just completely eclipsed what I was doing. Yes, I managed to force a tiebreaker, but that one phase wasn't even close. But yeah, one of the best things... Hey, welcome... Oh! Okay, thank you for answering to Fallen 1251, aka Siege. So Che has been S rank. Well, damn. If that's the case, then Che, have you ever considered going back to S rank? That sucks. You need to replay Marvel Avenger? Alright. Alright, I see that linear rifle bazooka combo, and fellow Asa Dagger. You got this, Siege. You got this. But that, build you had, Jackal of the LRB and Wooger combo, that thing is scary as hell. Like, damn, dude, what have you been feeding that beast? Actually, it's not even a beast, it's pretty much a demon at this point. That is a strong melee counter if I ever saw one. Had a little BRB moment to top off your ice water cup and make your night and take a night medicine. All right, well, self-care is important. I am probably gonna have to take a couple breaks to get some coffee, get some more coffee, get some water. But Merry Christmas to you, the Fallen, to Siege. How's your Christmas been? Damn, Che dominating. Che could be our new raid boss. Just gonna throw that out there. Che could be the raid boss for tonight. Buffed Ludlows and the shoulder miniguns. Featherweight frame there with the Alba. Okay, granted, Melander core is a little more solid, but you definitely need that solid defense to avoid getting crushed like a bug. Damn, the kite game is strong with this one. And he knows, he just completely read that charged oscillator and said, nope. Try again. Nope. Try again. Almost had it, you gotta be quicker than that. Oh, even melee canceling. Siege isn't even fast enough to keep up with this guy. Che is insane. Oh, there's a stagger, that's your X factor. And equalizer, we're on the tiebreaker. Speaking of, you need to get some canned kombucha either this weekend or next week. Alright. Hopefully it turns out good. Damn. Siege pulling off the counterattack into a tiebreaker. That's... You know, this looks kind of similar to Ronin. It's giving me vibes similar to what Ronin uses. Aussie Dagger, Alba Legs, Alpha Core, running the Basho arms. Damn! Che is almost down for the count. What's kombucha? Alright. Alright, missed with the bazooka, but linear rifle came in clutch, and Siege dominated. They're just brand named Element Kombucha. Good thing they're $3 a can. Whoa. Alright, so that's... Yeah, alright. Yaba, okay. Flugel, Talbot, Yaba. Alright, yeah, this is pretty similar to Ronin. Different head, of course. Doesn't use a bazooka or linear rifle, but pretty damn similar. Alright, I too am gonna... Well then. AC data, let's go with Ronin. Yeah, I'm gonna send Ronin into this. Because Ronin is a pretty good build. But yeah, for Christmas today, one of the best things I got for Christmas today were 2 new pairs of... Okay, yeah, I got... Okay, so Jackal's the newest build for Ranked. It's a monster. Yeah, don't say, Siege! You don't say! Jackal is more of a demon than a monster. You tore through me like I was nothing. Alright, to answer the question, it's a fermented tea that's good for your gut health. Ah, okay. Thank you for telling me. Man, chat is good tonight. But yeah, one of the best things I got for Christmas this year was a new pair of sandals. They're a little smaller than the pair I had, so they definitely fit a little bit better. It's not a completely perfect fit. I do have a little bit of space back at my heel, but they fit a lot better. They look awesome. They look good. They feel good. Oh. Alright, so I've got 2 laser shotties on the shoulders, a missile, and what looks like pulse blade. Alright. Yeah, due to the nature of fermentation, there's a very tiny amount of alcohol from the process. By tiny, I mean less than 1% ABV. Alright. Good to know. You won't get drunk off of it. Alright. Damn! Laser shotty. Yeah, I'm not gonna win this. It's over. Damn. Sorry, what? You're zoning out? What'd you say? Oh, damn. Can't read chat and fight at the same time. Jesus. Sorry, Che. I'm not going to be able to give you the fight you deserve. Yeah, I am lacking so hard. Sorry, Che. Yeah, I am lacking a lot tonight in PvP. I'm not like this. I'm not usually this horrible. Sorry, I was zoning out. What'd you say? Primarily speaking from experience, it did keep my cramps away earlier last week, so that was good. Damn. I am not used to my PvP performance being this horrible. Have I fallen off, chat? Be brutally honest with me. Don't spare my feelings. Tell it to me straight. Have I fallen off? Be honest. Not really. Alright. Alright, what's good? Well, what's good was Titanic was talking about the kombucha, keeping the cramps away, because it's good. Yeah, it helped with that. Just need some practice to polish the skills back up to working order. Yeah. Because I've kind of retired from Ranked. I'm just not enjoying Ranked as much as I used to. So I'm in the mode where I just want to vibe and have fun. But, of course, if I'm putting on a show like this, doing live streams for you guys, I do want to give you guys a quality performance, so if I'm lacking like this, then that's a disservice to you guys. You do deserve to see some quality matches from a competent player. Alright, hopefully on this I'll be able to de-rust a little bit. Focus up, Blondie. Focus up. You've got a crowd to impress.
AP at 30%.
Yeah, I'm sucking horribly. I'm an optimist, so no negative feedback from me usually. Well then, you're the opposite. I'm the opposite. I'm overly hard on myself. I put myself on blast. So I do apologize very often on stream, especially when I feel my performance is lacking. Sloppy, but I managed to pull it off. I don't know, I never got to the point of having to start falling off. Well, consider yourself blessed. Alright, so I managed to do something decent against Siege. Still a sloppy fight. I made it by on the skin of my teeth, but I'm trying my best. Alright, so it's me and Che. Oh, what is that? Whoa. I am saying at the start, I start falling off since I'm starting. Huh? Huh? What? And counter. Interesting build you got there. And boom! Charged Oscillator and Zim and Dagger. Alright, I think I'm falling out a bit. Yeah, we're the same in that regard. Speaking of, you end up being empathetic to certain characters from hyperfixations, meaning that if you're going through something in canon, you're cheering for them to conquer their adversary. Even though you know they're fictional, you still feel for them anyways. That's a good quality to have. Oh. Okay. So you're saying that you started falling off since you started playing games like you haven't gotten good enough to start falling off. Okay. Alright. Alright, so we've got Che and Siege engaging this time. Oh. Okay, I see Zimmerman, I see... Ooh, is that a ducat? Alright. White Wolf! We haven't seen this one in a bit. Oh, it's a RJ double melee with a Wait, you've got Wooger, so you're triple melee. Wooger's the hidden triple melee option, chat. Because the charged Wooger, you're basically stabbing a laser spike into your target instead of shooting a typical laser shotgun. Arquebus outdid themselves with that Wooger. Alright, going with the Plasma Whip on that. Alright, bold choice using the Plasma Whip on a non-tetrapod. Bold choice, I respect that. And it looks like White Wolf has gotten the better end of this exchange with that AP lead. Gotta kite it out with the missiles and hope Che maybe whiffs with one of the big attacks. Up, RJ and Wooger and Blade. You can still turn this around. Oh, Siege. One. Managed to turn it around on Death's Door. That is insane. Alright, how will Che react to this? You're pretty much the Emu in Project Sakai terms. Okay, I don't quite understand that part. Alright, there's the Wooger, there's the Dual Blood Moon, okay. And Wooger again. Alright, looks like Siege has decided to lock in and get serious. Makes perfect sense. Alright, so is Che doing a bit more kiting by the looks of it? Oh, AP lead has been lost. Siege is back in front again. Oh, back shot from the Plasma Whip. Oh, Che. You gotta turn this around quick. Okay, being empathic and optimistic. Okay, yeah, those are good qualities to have. Very good qualities to have. Charge up. And, okay, we've got less than 20... Oh! Plasma Whip counter from Siege. I could tell by the stance Siege was in. Oh, man. Good luck on that, man. Alright, I'm gonna do one more match before I go and get some more coffee, because I'm gonna need some coffee in my system. You know, I've only got one cup in me. Alright, so I'm gonna ready up with my regular Pulse Blade Oscillator setup. Yeah, don't hold your breath. Let's go. Me and Siege. We've got Slick Back and Optimizer. Double melee on double melee. This is gonna be peak. It doesn't matter who wins or loses. This is gonna be a peak match. I would love to see a build like that. Alright, let's do this. Yeah. Give it a try. Alright, so we've got Lance, Oscillator, Ludlow. Full boss show frame, by the way. Alright, gamer greeting, let's do it. Alright, get out of range, and... Oh! Yeah, I can only AA from there, and... Oh, my performance is just... ugh. Okay, that was sloppy. She understands when characters aren't feeling too optimistic, so she gremlins her way to make them smile and bring a little more light into their life. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Ah! Oh, damn, so I just missed the AA trade. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah, you do that first in Armored Core. And besides, they'll give you a chance to flex what you can do of your decal work. Good fight, Siege. You almost had me. Hopefully I can de-rust and get good, but you and Shay get to fight this next match out. I am going to be taking my first break of the night. Alright, folks, I have returned. So, looks like Siege just got done destroying Che. Recusant Bonjo's asking, we doing open lobby RN team deathmatch PSN? We're not doing team matches because, again, we don't have a lot of people to tag in. You can join in Recusant if you want. It's just going to be single matches. Thank you for the welcome back. Additionally, hold on. Let's do our plugin first. If you guys are enjoying the show so far, please consider liking, engaging with the chat, sharing the stream so more people have a chance to see it, as well as checking out my other content, even if it's not Armored Core related, and maybe even subscribing. If you really love my Armored Core content, it will interest you to know that I do this every week. Every Thursday, I call it Throwdown Thursday. I step into the arena with some glorious double melee stuff, and I just go ham in the arena. Now, if you want to help support the channel, I've got a Ko-Fi page where I accept tips as little as $1. You don't have to do that part, of course, but it would help me out greatly. I would appreciate it, because it's going to go towards funding this channel, which in turn will allow me to continue doing streams like the one you're watching now, as well as make other content for you guys, because this is how I want to make a living, but I cannot do that without your support. So if you really like my content, or maybe you really like hanging out with me as a person, then please consider tipping to help keep the channel alive. Damn, those RJ bunny hops of death just keep dodging everything. Ah! That was a narrow loss. I almost got wrecked. Sloppy performance. I must do better. I have to do better. Damn, fully... Are those the facades? Alright, there you go. That's the kind of performance I am capable of putting out, and the type of performance you deserve to see from me. The type of performance I should be giving you guys more often. Thank you for the match. There you go. That kind of performance right there. Alright, already up. Good match. Alright, so each group in Project Sakai has a general theme to them. The group that Emu is in has the general theme of